One of the orphans at Jem's orphan house asks Shayna to help her design some fashions, and oh, is that what Shayna does? This is literally the first I'm hearing of this. I suppose that also means that the titular stitches will be on clothes and not surgical stitches. And I'm not sure why I'm disappointed by this. Then Shayna is pulled away from her lesson to watch this.
Tony Cassini, successful promoter, is staging an awesome rock fashion competition.
The prize for winning this awesome competition is appearing in a rock video, which doesn't really seem like something Shayna should care much about, seeing as she's been in more than a dozen of them already, and we still have more than 50 episodes to go. Nevertheless,
I can't decide between the Misfits and Jem and the Holograms.
Of course he can't. The orphans are thrilled, and the Misfits throw a little hissy fit. So they call Shayna to trash talk a bit.
You're just a potato sack seamstress for a bunch of orphans.
Okay, I was ready to mock the Misfits for being so petty, but that was some A-plus trash talk there. And apparently it worked, because now Shayna's self-esteem is in the toilet. Fortunately, she has a supportive group of friends to build her up. I don't have anything funny to say about that. It's just nice. Everybody should have that. But then they do a song called It Depends on the Mood I'm In, and it features the phrase truly outrageous, so I'm pretty sure Kimber wrote this one. So Shayna gets to work on her design montage, but oh no! Someone seems to have swapped out her designs with who knows what. I suspect we'll find out once the band arrives in Milan. But first, let's have some entirely unnecessary secret identity problems on the plane. Something can cause Jem to change back to Jerrica while she's in the bathroom. Something like, I don't know, satellite interference. But then it clears up in like 10 seconds. In case you thought I was exaggerating how entirely unnecessary this was. Then the gang arrives in Venice and not Milan. Where did you even get Milan? Then the band takes a gondola ride with what I am assured is a cute guy, while some shady Chico Marx-sounding motherfucker takes the luggage separately. And Shayna, quite sensibly since she has some stakes in the forthcoming competition, chooses to ride with Chico. Then he snatches her drawings, which I guess she doesn't know have been swapped out yet, and runs off.
Zipper, oh no!
Wait, am I supposed to know who Zipper is? I mean, I think I have a handle on how this show works, so I'm gonna guess he's one of Eric's goons. But I don't recall seeing this specific goon before. Then he races away in a speedboat driven by the Misfits, and it nearly crashes into the holograms in their gondola. But not really. We just needed some dumb peril for the commercial break. The band cleans up and introduces themselves to the Countess. Wait, I thought this thing was being run by successful promoter Tony Cassini. When did a Countess get involved? Does she work for Eric also? I'm so confused right now. The allegedly cute gondola guy drops the band's trunk, in which the lovable orphan scamp Ashley has been hiding this entire time. So, Starlight Mansion is canonically located in the Hollywood Hills, California. A flight to Venice takes over 15 hours. And that's assuming a direct flight with no layovers, and it doesn't even include travel time to and from the airports. I suppose that trunk must have been adequately ventilated, but still, I suppose it's a good thing nobody dropped it in the canal. But it turns out the sketches that were stolen were Ashley's, and Shayna's are safe and sound inside this trunk. And, okay, there were also supposed to be clothes and shoes in there, but I've already overthought all of this far too much, so we're just gonna move on now. Eric's not happy to be stuck with a bunch of ill-gotten children's drawings, but he vows to devise an even more sinister plan, so stay tuned for that, I guess. Then the Misfits confront the holograms and Ashley at the shoe store, and they do a song called Designing Woman. It's an okay song, but also they really make a mess of the shoe store in the process, and I just feel bad for the poor clerks who have to clean all of that up. One of Eric's goons snatches Shayna's costumes, so she grabs her goons, the other holograms, and gives chase. This takes them to Eric's villa, of course he has a villa, where Jem uses Synergy to turn her into a seamstress. Seamstress in this context is not a euphemism for a sex worker like in a Terry Pratchett book. She just looks like a little old Italian lady who knows how to make clothes. Then she snatches the outfits and they escape, but they get torn in the ensuing chase. Oh no! Then Jem reveals that Synergy had the design stored in her memory banks this whole time, so we were just running in place for half an act. It's like we're right back in that airplane bathroom. They try to jump in another gondola before realizing they dashed out of the Countess's place without their purses, so they don't have any money to pay for it. So they have to go to the contest on foot. So here's a song called Time Is Running Out, Why Not? I could swear we've heard this exact song before, but I guess I was thinking of all those other chase sequence songs. I feel like this is going to be a whole subgenre of holograms and Misfits songs over the course of this series. This video also features the only appearance of purple-haired boyfriend in this episode, making me realize that they didn't even bring him with them to Venice. Or maybe he thought they were going to Milan too? Somehow that song was actually diegetic, which means that the people in the story can hear it. Thank you, I am very smart. And the band has collected a ton of busking money as a result, which they pay to the gondolier. They arrive at the venue. Then the Misfits show up, wearing versions of Shayna's designs that have been dyed black, which is exactly what they asked fake seamstress Jem to do when she ran off with them, before they got ripped. How they got duplicate, successfully dyed versions this quickly is not clear. So the Misfits parade out in their costumes. Then the holograms prepare to go out in hollow versions of other Shayna designs projected by Synergy, which isn't a bad plan. Except that satellite interference suddenly poofs the clothes away and leaves them standing in their underwear. Okay, so maybe I was a little hasty in dismissing that scene earlier. But then the outfits poof right back, so no, I was right. That whole airplane bathroom thing was a waste of time.
These young women have a style they openly attribute to their sense of adventure. They dance in the colors of light to the secret music of amore, enchanting the eye and the heart.
What the fuck is this guy even talking about? Is he watching a different cartoon? Then the holograms win the competition, and Shayna ends up with 2 design credits since she also came up with the Misfits outfits, which is absolutely the fair thing to do, and also the surest way to tell that this contest was not run by Stan Lee.